and welcome to the sentence improvement series. All the previous episodes are enlisted in a playlist and the link of the same one is given in the I button and in the description box. Please check all these lessons. You will get a lot many tips and tricks to solve these kinds of questions. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to it. Hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever a new lesson is uploaded. Also, you can ask your doubts and queries in the comment section. Please hit a like button because your one like motivates me a lot to create new content every time. Let's start today's episode. Hello and welcome to the sentence improvement series. Today we are going to see the 6th episode, but before we go ahead, I'd like to draw your attention to the answer of the question that I asked you at the end of the 5th episode. Let's see the question and the answer with its explanation. Hello guys. Let's see the answer of the question that I asked you in the 5th episode. The next 2 months are going to be very hectic as there is more 6 projects have been scheduled. The wrong phrase is as there is more 6 and one of them is a possible answer. With 6 more, as more than 6, still there are 6 other because there are still 6 and no correction required. If you look at this phrase as there is more 6 projects, actually project is not a part of this phrase, but still we need to take it to make a complete sense. So it doesn't make sense. There is more 6. What is the correction here? You need to take as more than 6 projects have been scheduled. So B is the correct option, as more than 6 projects. Back to the lesson. Let's continue with today's series. Question number 1. Although scared of heights, she gathered all her courage and stood atop 24-story building to participate in the activities. The wrong phrase is gather all her courage, and one of them is the correct answer. Gathered all her courage, gathered all courageous, gather all courageous is gathering all courage and no correction required. If you look at the question sentence, the verbs are in the past tense. Stood, the phrase scared of, all are given in the past tense. So obviously the verb gather should be in the past tense, that is gathered. Gathered all her courage is the correct answer. That makes sense. So A is the correct answer, gathered all her courage. The second question. The ban was imposed by the state's Commercial Taxes Department last Friday after protests by a certain community which had threat to burn cinema halls screening the controversial movie. The wrong phrase is had threat to burn and the options are had threats of burning, had threatened to burn, had threatened to burning and no correction required. As we know, had is always followed by the past participle of the verb. Here you need to understand a thing. Threat is not a verb, it's a noun. Threat means a warning. Threat means a warning, which is a noun. So verb form of this threat is threaten. Look at this en suffix, threaten. The past tense of threaten is threatened and the past participle is threatened. Do not miss out this en, threatened. So had threatened to burn. So where is the answer? Had threatened to burn. C can't be the answer because to is followed by the base form of the verb and not by the ing. Okay. So B is the correct option. The third question. The abduction and return of the local leader within 24 hours on Wednesday has left some loose ends that have been intriguing investigators probing the case. Quite a long sentence, but let's focus on the wrong phrase, that is left some loose end. And the options are left some loosened endings, been leaving some loosening ends, leave some loose ends, has left some loose ends and no correction required. Guys, first we need to understand the difference between loose and loose. Loose with a single O and loose with a double O. Loose means to misplace or forget something and loose means free, unattached, which is not fitting, that is called loose. Now the phrase is leave loose ends. It means unfinished details, incomplete business, something that is not being completed. So here the investigation has the loose ends. So where is the answer? Has left some loose ends. So the entire incident of abduction and return of the local leader has some loose ends which are intriguing, means which are attracting the investigators. So has left some loose ends is the correct answer. Question number 4. According to the investigators, the hammer used in the crime was the one who is used by security guards to sound the hourly bell on a metal plate while on duty. The wrong phrase is was the one who, and the options are those ones which, was the one that, which one, is ones that, and no correction required. We need to understand a part of a sentence to come to the correct option. The hammer used in the crime was the one who is used by the security guards. The relative pronoun who is used for the hammer, which is absolutely wrong. The hammer is an object. This is a non-living thing. Okay, it is a thing. So it shouldn't be indicated by the relative pronoun who, but it should be indicated by the other relative pronoun, that is that. Who is the relative pronoun that is used for a person, for a living being. Okay, so the hammer used in the crime was the one that is used by so and so. So that is the correct replacement for who. Where is that? B option, was the one that is the correct option. Question number 5. Although complete treatment of cancer is beyond the reach of the underprivileged, but no child should lose his life for want of funds. The wrong word is although, and the options are though, as, the, since, and no correction required. Here we need to understand a basic thing. When there is a contrast in the sentence, we should not use although and but together. Either you use although or but. But since although is underlined here and but is already given here, so we are going to keep but and remove although. So what's the replacement for although? Although should be replaced by the definite article the. Why the? Because we are talking about the treatment, a complete treatment of a specific disease, that is cancer. So the complete treatment of cancer is the correct phrase, and that makes sense here. Now it's your turn. Slated to begin this year, the league could provide a so needed boost to hockey in India. The wrong phrase is so needed. The options are so needful, much needy, much need, much needed, and no correction required. Write your answers in the comment section.